Okay. Well, I was hoping Mandy Belle would stop by for a moment. I know that she was on Science Girls Live just a little bit. I have a question for her. No shade. No. I saw them, the little live they had there with Robbie, which I have nothing to do with that situation. Hopefully they can work that out. Well, I'll see if Mandy Belle is. Let me see if Science Girls still. See if they're still live. Are they still live over there? Because it just it stopped right in the middle of everything. Somebody got booted there, or the whole thing just went down. Let's see. I was over Mandy's chat the other day. No, it's still down. That live is still down. Now she doesn't keep her lives up. Mandy Belle. I was just I had over her live the other day, and at the end, right before she gave me a chance to respond, she said, "Don't be coming over to my chat trying to cause controversy, and you have some apologizing to do," and blah blah blah. Before I got a chance to respond, she ended her live. I wanted to see what that was about, so I thought that me and Mandy were in a coexisting type of place. So I don't know what that was all about. I put a link in for Mandy, or maybe she could pop a live up, and her and I can discuss this thing that she's talking about. That's what I was hoping for this morning. Wow, and I just woke up too. I woke up to that whatever was going on between Science Girl and Mandy and Robbie, which I don't know. Oh, he struck it. He struck that right in the middle of the stream. I remember all my life. That's pretty quick to strike it in the middle of the stream, and it looked to me like they were both giving it to each other, just being, neutral. I'm gonna let them two handle that themselves. Has anybody got a way of reaching? Man, how did he strike it in the middle of a stream, though? That's pretty quick. I have seen that happen before, though. I just wonder what it is that Mandy meant by I had some apologizing to do, and she wasn't happy that I was over in her chat. And well, she was okay for about 20 minutes that I was in her chat, and I was just there. I wasn't causing any controversy. Anybody can look at her live if she left it up. And I was just trying to figure out what it is that I needed to apologize for that I don't feel a need to apologize for. Maybe she'd clear that up for me. That's all. I've got no beef with Mandy. She seemed kind of crappy with me towards the end of her live there where I was in the chat. I don't know how many she's done since then. But, she questioned why I was over there in the first place. What are you trying to do? Cause controversy and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. And I said, well, I can leave if you want me to. And she didn't ask me to leave. And then the live went on for another good 20 minutes or so. And at the end, that's when she had, she said, well, you have to apologize to nobody coming in my chat and blah, 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 blah. And I said to her, right as it ended, I said, well, you could have told me that a long time ago when I offered to leave. I don't want to come over there and cause any trouble. But apparently she's awake. That's the thing. I don't have a way to message her. I don't. And she's wondering why I was over in her chat when I hadn't been there for so long. But I'm on vacation, and she just had to be live during a time where I'm normally working. He gave you a strike, right? How do you do that so quick? I've seen that happen before. That's really rare. For what? Bullying? You guys are both fighting with each other. Is Mandy awake? Did she go to bed? I mean, hi, Lydia. That's pretty quick. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't do it. But during the live that he's on, if YouTube would have looked back at it, this is what I'm saying. And I'm not against anybody on this. But if YouTube would have took a look at it while they were doing the striking thing, they would have seen that you guys were both fighting with each other. I didn't see anything that terribly harmful, but I only looked at a couple minutes of it. Oh, he struck the name. And then he went up. Well, I don't see anything. All it said was, what was the title of it? Just Save Robbie, or did it have something facetious behind the name? I don't know. But I tried to, I jumped in your chat, Alicia, because I wanted to see if I could speak to Mandy. And as soon as I got in there, Lorraine said, oh my God, Ryan's here blocking. Come on, that's not reasonable. But that's okay if she feels that way. But I was hoping to speak with Mandy. Like I said, I was in her chat the other day, and she was just, I watch Mandy, and we're not bickering about anything at this point. It seemed like she was annoyed that I was there, which she never had really been annoyed that I was there before. No. I'm in Mandy's. But as soon as I got in there, Alicia, as soon as I came over there, which I don't go over there bothering, I don't bother, but I will watch. I like a little bit of drama, especially when I'm the one that's not in it. I'll go over there and watch. And as soon as I went in there today, Lorraine was like, oh my God, Ryan's hair blocking. And that's fine if she feels that way. But the other day I was in Mandy's live, which I've been to Mandy's live plenty of times. And I'm not sure exactly what she was talking about at the time. Uh, but she was okay. She wondered why I was there, during the day, and I'm on vacation. And I work 7 days a week, and I'm on vacation, so that's why I just happened to be in her chat. I guess she felt like I was trying to cause some kind of controversy by just being there. And I told her, I said, "Hey, if I'm bothering you, I'll leave." And she didn't respond to that. But at the end of her live, about 20 minutes after that, she's like, "Nobody coming over to my chat causing controversy and blah 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 blah." And then she said I had some apologizing to do. Uh, so I was just hoping that Mandy could clarify that. We've always been able to, even when we're bickering, we've always been able to be somewhat civil with each other. And I was hoping that Mandy would pop over here, or she could tell me what she was talking about, because that live ended right after she said that. Hi, Ash 274. So, but I'll put a link. If anybody, Alicia, if you have a way to reach her, I really don't outside of email. Well, everybody knows Robbie's full name. I'm staying out of that. It seems like Robbie's in the mix of it right now. So, but Robbie's my friend. He's always been my friend. But it just seems like he's in the mix of a little controversy, and he's not his typical self. And I'm not gonna white knight when those people that are involved in that argument can definitely handle themselves. But Robbie is my friend. It's just something he's in, and I'm not for or against it. I'll wait a little bit before I gotta get my black tea. I gotta wake up. I'm going over to do some service work for the church. And I really just want to know what Mandy had meant by that stream the other day that she did, because she seemed annoyed that I was there. But we all know that Mandy can be a little moody, and that's fine with me. But I don't want any bad blood with her. I mean, I'm not worried about any bad blood with her, but if I don't have to have it with Mandy, then I would rather not with that girl. He's going after women not afraid to stand up for themselves. I don't know. I watched a little bit of it. I don't know what he's in. Yeah, I think he admitted to having some drinks. Now the other nut has gone live, Jasminer. Ash, with her, you just can't, because you're watching someone's mental illness. And I did. I picked at her for a while. And it's not a mental illness is really not an excuse to act like an ass on YouTube. But she needs an intervention. And I'm just like, okay with that one. Well, what I'll do is I'll just wait for Mandy to go live again, and I'll pop over to her chat. Considering he was saying Mandy was doxing him, did she say his last name? Everybody knows Robbie's last name. I'm going to talk to Robbie later. I'm gonna talk to him behind the scenes, find out what's going on, because I know that Robbie he's controversial, but over the last week or so, he's just not been his typical self. So I'm gonna have a talk with him just to see what's going on. That's all. Well, I guess Mandy's not able to or doesn't want to speak about this. Well, I encourage you, Mandy Belle, please email me. Let me know what you meant by that, because I don't want to come to your streams if you don't want me over there. That's all you have to. That's all you have to say. But I guess she felt like she was going to get crap for me just appearing in her streams. I don't know. I don't know why. Because me and Mandy are not beefing. We haven't been beefing. She might not like some of the things I do, and I might not like some of the things that she do, but personally, we're not beefing. Let me see. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to jump on Robbie's or Facebook and talk to him, as a friend, and see what's going on with him. Because Robbie's funny when he's mad, I'm sorry, not sorry, but you don't want him to be mad. He's got potential. He thought Robert Downey Brownie was a dox of him, but it was literally a brownie. I think I heard a little bit about that. I think I heard a little bit. And, just put it, I mean, just being the devil's advocate. Because Robbie, I'll clear this up again. Robbie is my friend. But that name, think about it. That name is so common that name by itself, I'm not going to say it. We all know what I'm talking about. But that name by itself, if you just look up that name by itself, you can't pinpoint anybody. It's just a common name. Or maybe he's just angry. Hi, Mojo. Mojo Jupiter. No, he's not. He hasn't been. Right. Right. And I'll try to talk to him because, you know, Robbie professes to be a Christian. And sometimes I don't know, his relationship with God is different. Is his relationship with God. But sometimes, if someone claims to be a Christian, and other Christians and like-minded people will need to call it out sometimes. But I guess, hi, Irish guy. I haven't seen you for a while. A little bit early for me to be live, but like I said, I'm on vacation, and I want to try to mend some things, clarify some things, and get on a better track while I'm on this vacation with people, with people in general. And I wanted to start with Mandy because I don't have any issues with her. I mean, I'm not worried about having an issue with Mandy. I just would rather not have one with anybody if I don't have to. So I was putting in my link, because I know that Miss Mandy is not afraid to jump on any panel at any time. But if she doesn't want me to come to her chats, then please let me know why. You have my email, Miss Mandy. I don't think there's any reason for that. Those names are genius. I don't know. And then before my vacation is up, which is it's up on July the 6th, I'm going to try to make at least a resolve with Wendy. At least a resolve. I have even on my vacation. Though, I'm going to go ahead and do some service work for the church. The payment for doing service work for the church, that's where you're laying my riches up in heaven. So I'm going to do that today. I'll be getting my driver's license done. I'll be getting work done on my vehicle that I want done. I did some work on a house yesterday. I'm also trying to get this thing ready to sell because my next move is if all this works out properly, I'll be able to sell or rent this mobile home and buy myself a house. And I've got one. As soon as something better, as soon as something comes through, I'll show where we went to look at it, and that'll be my next move. And so that will probably piss some people off too, because every time I do a little bit better, it pisses people off. If it all works out, I think it works out. But I found a really nice house for $167,000. I qualify for it, but I need to make some money off this mobile home first, or get it into a place where I can rent it out, make some money off of it. And I have someone that's taking a look at it. They don't know whether they want to rent it or buy it. So that's next if it works. And the job that I was working through a temp agency, I'm hired on. So things are looking up, even though that I'm slipping and not walking the complete path of Christianity, failing in some ways or other. Still, the blessings are there. They're coming. Olivia poking fun. Well, see, the bad thing unsupervised with renting a mobile home out is the rent will probably basically just cover the lot payment, and I'll be lucky to make $200 a month. The good what I really want to do is because I don't have a whole lot invested in this, around 13,000 altogether after I paid for it, and we did some work to it, with the windows, the floors, and some other stuff. I would like to be able to sell it for like 16,000 and make a couple grand off of it and be untied to it. But if somebody wants to rent it, that'd be great. Next door to Trisha, and I put up on my community post. I put a live from 2019 that Trisha did, that Wendy V2 clipped, and I was listening to it. It was so funny. Now it's funny. Back then it wasn't so funny because there's so many different fabrications there in that. But I'm listening to her, and she was talking about where I was on my bike ride. And I don't understand what's so funny about people getting exercise on a bike. Some people exercise by coming on YouTube and screaming, and they give their lungs and their jaws exercise. I like to exercise with a bike. I've always been a fan of riding a bike. But she said, I never told him where I live. He'll tell everybody I told him where I live. She did tell me where she lives. She did not give me the exact address. What she said was, I live right behind Joe's Pizza. I said, oh, that's cool. And then she told me that one of my buddies lived next door to her, which kind of pinpoints it. But no, she never gave me the address. And one of our family friends lived next door to her. And so that tells me where she lived. And I said, oh, I ride in that area. When she was telling me that, I said, I ride in that area all the time. She said, yeah, stop by sometime. Maybe we can smoke a blunt. But that old live, that old thing that Trisha was doing, I was literally laughing at it. It's funny. I think it's funny. It's on my community post. And I guess Trisha's off in Florida having a wonderful vacation. I hope she has great. It is great exercise. And I always, when I was a kid, BMX was really popular back then. And I had some of the cool bikes. I had the Super Goose, a Mongoose, had a couple PK Rippers, I had a couple Haros. I had the Fox. I like those bikes. I like bikes. And that's just something I carry with me. Right now the bike that I have is in the back of the SUV that I have because I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it and drive up. Now I get to the bike trails even better. It's just great exercise. Oh, and my diet that I've been on because I was having trouble with high blood pressure, and my doctor got that straightened up. I was running an average of my average was 160 over 102, which the lower end of that number is very dangerous. And I was up to 170 over 118, and I'm monitoring my blood pressure, and it's getting higher and higher. So I've been seeing a doctor, and now that I'm on this no salt diet, they changed my medicine up. No salt. I've been on this diet. I lost as of this morning 21 pounds. My blood pressure's back down to 130 over 80 something this morning, which is good. That's the normal. They want you to be 130 over 70. So even though I have to admit, when these people are coming at me, well, you're not acting very Christian like, on here because I'm going back at these people. I get that. They're right. And that doesn't mean you're a fake Christian. It just means you're, instead of getting, let's say you're grading from an F to an A, or from an A to an F, I'm right there I'm getting a D grade. So I want to increase my grade. That's what I want to do. Not being on YouTube is great for the blood pressure. I tell you what, unsupervised, and I like that troll name, by the way. Well, that account name, let's just call it that. We won't call you a troll. If you get into drama on here and you get upset and you get to bickering and hollering with people, it will increase your stress level and it will increase your blood pressure. And then when you turn it off, depending on what the argument is about, sometimes when you walk away, you take it with you. And I've been fortunate enough to be one of those people, like I can leave it on behind the screen, but still it does raise your stress level a bit if you're in the mix of the drama on here, no matter who you are. and it gets in your head. But see, what I have to realize is what the church has been telling me, and the church, some of the people in the church are aware of the drama that I get into on here, and they have to say, this is what my consensus is now. Just because people say these things and they throw these things at me, and they say this and that about me, doesn't mean that's what it is. And what they're saying, that's their opinion, and that doesn't clarify me as the person that I am. And I understand that going in, but it's still frustrating. It's still very frustrating. But anyway, I need to get myself some black tea. I think this morning, instead of having breakfast, I've got some Brussels sprouts that I'm gonna chop down and throw some field sausage in there, a little bit of garlic, sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna make a skillet full of that this morning. I have some beets that I boiled off yesterday. Which, for your heart health, if you could get those fresh beets and let them boil off for about 45 minutes until they're nice and soft, and then skin them and clean them and cut them off, that's awesome for your heart health. But don't freak out if male or female that after you eat some beets, the digestive in them, when you go to take a leak, it's going to be blood red. And I was freaking because the first time I did that, I boiled off I had some huge beets, and I used the root for a little bit of salad, rinsed it off. But I ate these big old thick slices of beets, and then later on that day, I'm going to take a leak, and it's blood red. And I'm thinking I'm dying. I'm like, oh no. So I talked to the doctor about it. He said, "Oh, that's normal. That's you had beets. That's normal." No, that's not normal, and that will freak you out in an instant. I thought I was dying. I was like, oh, "Okay, today's my last day on Earth." Yep. Fishing mash tonight. Yeah, you can't. You're right, salty salt. You cannot go crazy with them. Beets is something that you want to do. Fresh ones about. The doctor said every 7 to 14 days. They're high in sugar. They're really good for your blood. Oh, I'll tell you what, Melanie. If you're out shopping again at the grocery and you see the beets, take them and you cut the tails off of them, boil them, and then clean them up, and then cut them in thick slices, nice patty-sized slices. And just eat them like that. Don't add anything to them. And it's like having energy. They're really good for your blood pressure. They're good for your blood flow. They help kill cholesterol. It's almost like avocado. Avocado is really good for your body too. Yeah, avocado. The ideal lunch is to get you a fresh wild caught salmon fillets, wild caught. And then when you get it cooked the way you want it, don't use hardly any seasoning. If you do, use the no salt and maybe a little rosemary. But once you get it cut, you take your avocado, cut them up, dice them up, mix them up into a pate, and run that right across the top of it with a little bit of garlic. Oh man, you're good to go. Because avocado and salmon are some of the best things. Hey, two tacos, and there's Cricket. No, I just came out early this morning because I turned my YouTube on, and I see that Alicia's live with Mandy. And of course, I'm going to watch. And then I see this argument with them and Robbie. And that's, like I said, that's not my issue. Of course, drama's fun to watch if you're not right in the middle of it. Hi, Denise. But I was trying to see if I could get Mandy Belle to come over and talk to her. Mandy, if you happen to see this, you know my email. Please contact me and let me know what's going on, and let me know the direction you'd like for your channel to go, and I can have a discussion. Yeah, avocado is great for you. Unsupervised. I like that name, unsupervised. That means trouble could be brewing. Yeah, beets are messy. You got to watch it. I would like when I'm chopping them up. I make sure to have a towel that you don't need because it's like a dye, and it is very messy. Garlic is a great healer too. One of the good benefits of garlic is that when it gets in your body, it immediately starts attacking the cholesterol in your body and taking that out, along with grapefruit do the same thing. Yeah, for a fat guy, I know a lot about what I should be eating. I'm not really that much overweight. The way I'm built is I'm tall. I just have you would think that I drink a 12-pack a day. I just have a bit of a beer belly. The first thing that'll leave you when you start to lose weight is your chins. Your chins will go bye-bye. And mine are starting to go bye-bye. Yeah, the canned beetroot. Those are good, but I'll tell you, when they're fresh, they're great. Avocado toast with hummus, red onion, and lemon. That sounds good. Yeah, that sound. I've done avocado toast, but not with the hummus. And hummus, I guess, is basically just isn't it basically just like chickpeas or garbanzos kind of made into a pate? That's what hummus is, right? Sort of like that. I love rock and roll. I really do, and I try not to listen to it as much as I used to. Some of the heavier metal, but I always go back to the classics. But I found that there's some really great Christian rock bands out there, like Skillet, and some of these others that are unnamed. Skillet was in town yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to see it, but we got. I try to watch what I put in my head. Anyway, I'm going to close this down. Thanks for stopping by, and Mandy Belle. I would really like to have a civil discussion with you, because the last thing I want to do is have you feel like I'm disrespecting your channel when I'm not. And behind the scenes, I'll try to have a talk with Robbie if he'll want to talk to me. Alice in Chains. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't heard from you for a while, Irish gal. And there's Cricket. Cricket. Yeah, Cricket's picture. I like that. She looks happy. Anyways, I'm going to shut it down. Y'all have a good day, and peace and chicken grease. And, today's motto, the motto for today is don't. Bye.